Everyone stop what you're doing and only pay attention to me.
Everybody, notice me. My daddy didn't hug me enough as a child. Ah! Anyway, what? What's going on? Sorry, guys. Oh, we're doing a show. What's up? It's DeHuff. It's another episode of DeHuff Uncensored, broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. If you want a free quote, just go to stormsbrothersjunk.com. A lot of greatness coming your way. We got a bunch of stuff in the NFL, including the AFC West just got a tune-up. I think that's good for competition. We got Sean Payton blasting you guys, you haters out there, and going, if I was the general manager, this is what I would do. Okay, we got that coming your way. Nuggets, Rockies, come on. I haven't got a call yet. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, yeah, and that's right. A former Nuggets head coach that is on my shit list. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Anyway, you know what else I don't like is Major League Baseball umpires are just getting worse and worse. I feel like we could do something about it every single episode. Did you guys see that Brewers game where CB Bucknor, the guy that apparently has vision issues, but he's an umpire, he is the classic stereotypical, you can't see shit, a blind umpire type of thing, because he said the batter didn't hit first base. His whole fucking foot was on top of the base. Whole foot. Even the announcers were like, what is he looking at? What the hell does he see? I don't know. And then at the end of the clip, if you go to my Facebook and Instagram, again, at DeHuff Podcast, you will see the video. And at the end of the video, both managers are looking at each other from across the way, and they're just like shaking their heads and laughing. Like, what the hell? What the hell? I think this is me playing conspiracy theory. Scotty, get you a tinfoil hat on. No, stop it, Connery. Okay, geez. Maybe you can borrow mine. Artemis 2's up in the sky. They're looking for those aliens right now. Stop it. We're not getting into that. Okay? Anyway. Tinfoil hat. I'm just going to say, I have nothing to back this up. CB Bucknor is invested in ABS. That's the only thing I can think of. He's securing his retirement plan. Is that what's happening? Because he is making some shit fucking calls, along with so many other umpires out there. But man, when you watch that one where he's running first base, it's like he's right there, and the dude's full foot is on the bag. Maybe what's happening is he's getting distracted by somebody eating something in the stands. Maybe a young lady, maybe a young gentleman is hammering like a full-length, foot-long hot dog in one bite. I mean, that's jarring. You're going to have to watch that. I don't care which way your bat swings, okay? You're going to be like, holy shit, that's impressive. If he just starts clapping in the middle of the game, we know why. That's what he's doing. Although that being said, I can't throw so much shade at CB Bucknor. I told you guys the other day, I tried being an umpire, and I was shit, okay? Don't like it. Too much to focus on. And I'd be that guy that would be, somebody running the first base, and I'm like looking elsewhere. Next thing I know, I'm like, he's out, right? Type of thing. Or if I'm behind the plate, I'm like looking at the pitcher, be like, dude, he has some really good form. I like that. Oh, and look at the way the infield is doing their prep step every single pitch. This is really good. Then all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, and I notice the catcher's turning and looking at me, as is the batter. And then the pitcher, his head's tilted, looking at me. And I'm like, oh, shit. Strike? Something like that. They're like, what? No. Yeah, that would be me. So I can't be too much of a dick to the umpires, but holy crap. Let's just start doing it now. Their contract is up in 2029 with MLB. as far as umpires go. We said it the other day. By then, they'll have ABS fully locked in, and that can be fully automated. Let's start working on it now, MLB and your tech guys, to have cameras everywhere that are focused on the plays and that can be using artificial intelligence to, judge the game. And maybe you have one head umpire and that's it. And only for, appearances, or if there's any sort of technical glitch, they can take over. But they'll be in a motorized cart and because they're lazy. Okay. They don't want to walk. That's what's going to happen. They'll be like Stephen Hawking. But okay, that's fucked up. The AI won't let them speak. It'll speak for them. They're like, the runner was out. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's fucked up. Can't believe you said that. That wasn't me. That was you. That's you. I don't even know where I was going with that. But you're welcome. We went on that journey together. Thanks. Thanks for being there. Anyway, guys, we got a great show coming your way. Can't wait to get into it. Interact with the show any way possible, whether it's leaving a comment, doing a like, leave a review. I just had to redo a bunch of stuff, and there was an issue with transferring from the one platform that was housing my podcast going to the next one. So you'll notice, unless they get it fixed, I know Apple they're kind of annoying to deal with. Spotify is great. Apple, not so much. But if you go and you look for me on Apple, it's there, but there's like 0 reviews now. So go, and I had a bunch before, and that pisses me off. So go ahead, if you could, leave a nice review. Really do appreciate it. Guys, I think what we need to do is let's cut the nonsense. Fuck ABS. Let's jump into the sports section.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for Sports with DeHuff.
Sports section is brought to you by Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. The NFL is scrapping dual Monday Night Football games from its 2026 schedule because, as they said, it was just too confusing for the fans. I kind of get that. I kind of do. They're going to blame it as far as, it's just confusing. What they're saying, if you read between the lines, they weren't making enough money on that. That's what's happening. It's nothing else. So that's what they got to deal with. And that's, I guess, fine. I didn't like the early because the first game would start at like, say, what was it, like 4:30 Mountain Time, some shit like that, and it's like, come on, man, this is just too much. But ultimately, I'm fine with it. Wasn't too big of a fan of it, and I don't know. You tell me, but just the majority. Let's keep them on Sundays. I'd rather that. Thursday night games usually tend to suck. Let's just forget it. And especially like the dual games on Monday. I mean, a lot of people, that's their first day of the work week. You want to come home, relax, and spend time with your family. And not be, trying to jam into 2 games. I know that's not, well, then don't watch them. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of like crack. You can't help but take it. That's what football is for some people. You can't help but watch it. So I mean, I'm glad they're getting rid of that. Here's what's interesting: the Raiders just upgraded their quarterback room as they sign Kirk Cousins, and it's interesting because Clint Kubiak, their head coach, worked with Cousins for 3 seasons in Minnesota. Now they're reunited in Las Vegas, so that's good. Cousins is going to sign a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders. That's really good news for him. That guy, man. We'll get into his record here in a second, but man, that guy has a good fucking agent. The Falcons are going to pay Cousins $8.7 million this season. The Raiders another $1.3 million, and also Vegas agreed to pay him his a fully guaranteed $10 million roster bonus on the third day of the 2027 New League year. Good for him. This is also the 11th straight season in which Cousins' contract will be fully guaranteed. Good fucking agent he has. Now, looking at Cousins' record, remember back in the day, if you're a Broncos fan, when there was rumors that Cousins was going to be coming to the Denver Broncos, and we're like, I mean, why not? It's a slight upgrade. But you look at his record, he's 88-77-2. I mean, it's not awesome. Passing yards, 44,700. Let's see. Touchdowns to interceptions, he's 298 to 131. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Passer rating, 96.8. That's pretty good too. He's good. He's a pretty good quarterback. He's not great. Definitely not excellent. But he's pretty good. That being said, I think that enhances the Raiders. I almost said Oakland Raiders. That enhances the Raiders and makes the competition level in the AFC West get notched up. So you look at the AFC West. Who are their quarterbacks? Mahomes, Nix, Herbert, Cousins. That's not bad. Listen, you can make fun of Cousins all you want. You can make fun of the Raiders all you want. This is an upgrade for the Raiders. Is it going to make them playoff, contenders? I don't think so. Don't think so. Still the Raiders. But maybe. Are they going to win the division? No, that's designated for the Broncos. I imagine, real quick, when you talk about the AFC West, I imagine the Chiefs are going to bounce back and have a winning season. They were very embarrassed with what they put out onto the field this last season. That's not going to happen 2 seasons in a row. I really doubt it. Unless something catastrophic happens. But I just saw footage the other day of Patrick Mahomes already throwing. He's ready to bounce back and have a good season. So there you go. I mean, you tell me. Does this concern you as a fan, whether you're a Chargers fan or you're a Chiefs fan or a Broncos fan or anybody else in the AFC? Does this concern you that they just upgraded their quarterback room to Kirk Cousins? Are the Raiders a threat now? I say no, but they are upgraded. Sean Payton, we heard from him the other day talking about why they didn't try to win free agency. And he had a great quote where he's like, we're not here to win free agency. We're not here to win draft day like 2/3 of the NFL is all about. We're here to win, okay? Which was great. They made like 2 free agent signings. That's it. Not counting who they just re-signed on their current roster, which is amazing. One of those guys was JK Dobbins. Here is Sean Payton talking about signing JK Dobbins.
Dobbins was a priority ahead of all others. Now that'll anger people. We know he's been injured. We understand. And the injuries haven't been soft tissue driven, but he's someone that's one of those, those compound multipliers. Like, he brings 10 others along with him in a positive light. Like our success last year, he's got some fingerprints on that.
He has a lot of fingerprints on that. So I'm excited. I'm glad that Sean Payton came out and said that, because J.K. Dobbins, everybody is doing it. And it's easy to fall into that trap. Well, he's got a history of injuries. Okay. Yeah, that's true. But you can't run scared. You're just saying, well, this is what happened in the past. It's gonna happen in the future. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. That and I think that's the crowd falling into the trap of the media that uses the negativity to sell. The negativity when it comes to JK Dobbins is he's always injured. That's easy to sell. Ooh, can't believe they did that. They shouldn't have signed it. What did he say? I know this is going to make you mad, but he was like our number one priority to sign. Fuck, that's awesome. I've said this before. Everything I've ever heard when it comes to J.K. Dobbins is he lifts up the locker room. He is a great locker room guy. And then you go out onto the field, and he is a great football player. Amazing running back. So, yeah, I know it pisses some of you off, but Sean Payton is right. That was a great move. You guys are going to be living in the negative city until the end of the season, and you realize that Sean Payton and crew were right, and myself, for re-signing J.K. Dobbins. I was excited for it. And when you looked at the free agent market, there's nobody blowing your socks off when it comes to running back. Here's what I will say, and we kind of touched on it the other day with that Mel Kiper sound, is when it comes to the running back room, maybe if anything, you replace Harvey or you get somebody in the draft that kind of complements Harvey and Dobbins. Maybe you might find somebody good. Maybe Mike Washington from Arkansas. That's the one name that pops out to me. But who knows? But I'm glad that they stuck with Dobbins. So glad they did. Hey, speaking of things that you'll be happy about, is if you need a roof repair, it's a pain in the butt. It is. But you're going to want to go with the GOAT, Roof Goat USA. Check them out at Roof Goat USA and sign up for a free evaluation, whether you're in Michigan or in Colorado. They're going to help you out. They've been in business for over 24 years. They understand the headaches that comes with fixing a roof. Been there, done that. It does suck when you're dealing, especially with insurance, to get your roof repaired. But that's okay. Roof Goat USA knows how to deal with all the scenarios. Whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims, they got your back. And whether it's residential or commercial roofs, metal, shingles, they can deal with it all. And they're also going to slap a 30-year guarantee on their work. That's all materials and labor, 30 years from date of installation. That's the Roof Goat USA way. So for all your roofing needs, go ahead, contact the GOAT, roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. Whether you're in Michigan or Colorado, they got you. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. I wrote Rockies on this next segment. That's it. They won the second game. They are chugging along. They're like 2-4 or something like that. Okay? They're on their way to success. They are. Okay? Watch out. Rockies, they're going to get hot. They are. And it's just the time that we need to address the elephant in the room is, okay, we brought it up a couple days ago. Want to address it now because I haven't received any communication from the Rockies. My schedule can become wide open for when you want me to come out there, Rockies, and throw out a first pitch at Coors Field. I will make the time. Could be a late game, could be an early game. That's fine. Doesn't matter. I have a few requests. They could be shot down. They could be granted. I would like to have my walk out to the mound kind of ancient Egypt style, where I have a a stable of individuals that are holding, like a platform that is also a throne that I will be sitting on, have an individual fanning me as well. This way I don't get tired, and it's guaranteed that I'll have an amazing first pitch. They walk me out there, gently set me down next to the mound. I get out. Somebody squirts water in my mouth, like with a Gatorade bottle, swish it around, spit it in their face because they deserve it. Okay? They're beneath me. And then I go and proceed to be handed a golden ball that's spray painted. Okay? We're on a budget. I get it. Times are tough. Spray painted golden ball. And then I send the heat. And yeah, there's your first pitch. And then I make my way back onto my throne, and they take me into the dugout, and I will be met with a variety of foods, preferably greasy kind, like burgers, hot dogs, French fries, stuff like that, and some adult beverages. Okay, how about that, Rockies? Are we good? We square? We good? I don't see why not. Just saying. Just saying. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I got your back. Me and like Drew Creasman are the only ones that are actually punching out positivity towards the Rockies. Okay? I'm not under your financial belt or your thumb or whatever. Okay? I'm out here. And I got your back, Rockies. Let's throw out that first pitch. Let's go. I'll start warming up. I can start tonight. I'll start tonight. Start practicing. I'll be ready. You call me out. Call me up. I'll be ready. You know how to reach me. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. Real quick, put your junk in our trunk. Storms Bros Junk Removal. If your home, garage, office, or yard is looking like a disaster zone, contact Storms Bros Junk Removal right now. They can help clear up the mess, and that is going to relieve a lot of stress. I get it. Things pile up very quickly, and Storms Bros Junk Removal is going to help you get rid of all kinds of things, whether it's couches, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, electronics, drywall, construction materials, yard waste, warehouse clearance. You get it. You understand a lot of stuff, and they'll do it all. They will. And what you can do, what I like to do, is you get a couple neighbors together and you just split the cost and have Storms Bros Junk Removal come out, and they just get a big pile of it and save you guys some money. There you go. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now. Get that free quote. They're very quick, very efficient on that. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com, or you can give them a call, 303-736-9404. Again, 303-736-9404. It's Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. And let's do this. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
Well, the Denver Nuggets have won 7 in a row, and Steve sent that in. He said, DeHuff, come on. Talking about a first pitch. He didn't say that. I was putting words in Steve's mouth. All hero is Nuggets won 7 in a row. I was going to say, are they going to have you throw out the first basket? That's not a thing. Steve just wrote that. I was gonna put words in your mouth, Steve, but I fucked up. God damn it. But yes, the Denver Nuggets are red hot ever since I had that come to Jesus meeting with them. And you're welcome if you're a Nuggets fan. Here's David Adelman, though. Despite the fact that the Nuggets have won 7 in a row, it's not exactly what you think it is.
It just speaks to the West and what it is. You win 7 in a row, and you basically haven't moved anywhere. And that's just what this conference is right now. It's a monster. And all these teams are very deserving of where they're at because of how good they are. So I'm happy to say we're one of them. We're in the mix. If we catch them, great. If not, full confidence in whatever matchup we have that we can succeed.
He's talking about catching the Lakers because it seems like, yeah, the Nuggets are red hot, but the Lakers, they're not just rolling over. So it's going to be a battle to the end. The West is no joke in the NBA. So the Nuggets have to keep it in high gear. You got Jamal Murray, drilling like 10 threes last night? Oh, my God. Here's the thing. As great as the Nuggets offense is, their defense just not that good. That's going to be their weak spot. That is their Achilles heel. And they got to get that shit fixed. And I mean, the playoffs are right around the corner, Nuggets. Yes, Nikola Jokic is awesome. Yes, Jamal Murray is red hot. And pick a player. They're all doing great. They're very fun to watch right now, offensively. Defensively, man, you either get that fixed or you're just not going to go very far in the playoffs. The way they've been playing, again, you're welcome. Since I said you guys need to pull your head out of your ass and start playing big boy basketball, essentially. I mean, they've won 7 in a row. But their defense is it's just not good enough. And I was saying, unless they started, going, full throttle, they weren't going to get past the first round. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably get past the first round now. You're welcome. But second round is going to get a lot tougher. So, come on, step your shit up. We were talking about Nikola Jokic. He officially joins Russell Westbrook as the only 2 players in NBA history to average a triple-double in multiple seasons. Because he's that fucking good. That fucking good. So, you take that. And this is going to go into the next soundbite that I want to play. Denver Nuggets former head coach Michael Malone won a championship with the Denver Nuggets. Pretty freaking cool. Michael Malone was on ESPN last night talking about SGA.
He's proven himself to be the best clutch player in the NBA. He's got 5 game-tying or go-ahead field goal attempts makes in the last 30 seconds. So, and he's got a chance to be the first guard ever to average 30 points per game and shoot 55% from the field.
Right.
You talk about consistency, 20 points every single night against a defense that is trying to game plan for you. No disrespect to Wemby, Nikola Jokic, everybody else, but I think SGA is incredible in his ability to impact the game in all shapes and forms.
You're dead to me, Michael Malone. Dead. Except for the fact that you won the championship here with the Nuggets. Listen, I get it. I can respect Michael Malone. I can. He's forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. Okay? But here, I'm looking at the MVP in a completely different manner, apparently. What did we just say about Nikola Jokic? He's averaging a triple-double. He's first in rebounds, first in assists, and he's only averaging 2 points less a game than SGA. What am I missing? SGA is barely averaging 3 and 5 on assists and rebounds. He likes to shoot it a lot, flops around like a pricked fish. I don't get it. Here's the thing. You got Wemby, you got Luka, SGA, and Jokic. Okay? Those are the 4 main guys when it comes to the NBA MVP hunt. Okay? Let's say you have 4 other guys, and they're all really good players. And you just need one more body. That's it. One more body. Who do you want to put onto your roster because it's going to enhance the roster completely? Nikola Jokic, because he disperses the ball, he attacks the board, and What else? He can score. And he's clutch. He's not going to just be, chucking it up there and flop it around and hoping he gets a call. I don't get it. It makes no fucking sense to me. If I were to rank it as who I think should win the MVP in the NBA, it would be, let's see, I would go with Jokic, Luka, SGA, Wemby, tied for 3, right? Oh, Duff, you don't know jack shit. I know that if I look at it, the Thunder are a very well-rounded team. They're a very good team. I'm not going to argue that. Good defense, good offense. But if you had one fucking player, if you just erased their names and just purely looked at the stats and how they perform, why wouldn't you want to go with Jokic over SGA? That makes no fucking sense to go SGA over Jokic. So fuck you, Michael Malone. I said what I said. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of SGA when it comes to this. Listen, he's a great player, great scorer, but he's not good at assists. He's not good at rebounds. I get it. He's a guard, but come on, man. It's just, I'd rather have Jokic. Come on. You guys tell me. You can either give me your top 4 in order, or you can say who you think deserves to be MVP. Or you can just say something inappropriate and it'll still be funny. I don't care, Duff. How about that? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I have yet to hear somebody explain it to me in a way that I'm like, oh, okay, with the way you're presenting that about SGA, that makes sense. I feel like Malone is just saying that to, stir things up. You're just stirring the pot. Is that all it is? Because it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense to me. Maybe you heard somebody else explain it. Send me the link to huffpodcast@gmail.com or send it to me direct message at @huffpodcast. I want to know. I feel like I'm missing something big. And when Michael Malone just made the case, that didn't sway me any more in SGA's direction. Just makes me hate Michael Malone now. Great. Now you're off my Christmas card list that I never send out. Anyway, that's it for the sports section from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. If you need your junk removed, that sounds terrible, but they can handle it. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com. Get that free quote. Also, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com. You guys have an amazing day, amazing weekend. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.